Good morning. Welcome English Bal Bharti class 4. Now today we are going to learn a very interesting story from our English Bal Bharti textbook. Let's see story number 13, Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. Let's see in the story what will be happen. Lesson number 13, Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. Hundred of years ago, in the eastern province of Bengal, Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah ruled the land. His capital was Sonargaon. Sultan Ghiyasuddin was a good ruler. He ruled wisely and well. He respected men of learning. He had a deep regards for law. One day, while the Sultan was practicing with his bow and arrow, he accidentally wounded the only son of the poor widow. The wounded boy did not survive weeping and wailing. The poor widow went to the Qazi and told him what had happened. See, today we are going to learn a very interesting story, that is Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. Now here we come to know that hundred of years ago in the eastern province means a territory of Bengal. Here was a sultan. That was what was the name of this sultan? That is Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah was ruled the land and the capital was Sonargaon. He was very good ruler and he ruled wisely and well. It means as a sultan he did all his work very honestly and he respected men of learning means what? Men of learning means what? There were many well educated men who had lot of knowledge and he gave them a lot of respect and he had deep regards for law. Regards means what? For a law means he had take care about law. It means he follow all the rules and laws which is related with the country. So once the sultan was practicing with his bow and arrow and accidentally, it means by mistakenly, he wounded the son of poor widow. Widow means what? A woman who lost her spouse by death. The wounded boy did not survive, which means he did not live. He died in the accident, which the place from Sultan's hand. When his mother, who was widow, he came to know, he started weeping and wailing. Wailing means what? Crying and sobbing loudly for a long time because she had no one, that no one, only her son was there for her. Now her son was also dead, so she reached to the Qazi and told him what had happened with his son. When the Sultan practicing by mistakenly the poor widow's son wounded by the Sultan and there he was dead. And after that the poor widow had reached to the Qazi's court. Let's see in the next passage. The Qazi was an honest and upright man. He sent an officer to summon the Sultan to his court. When the officer reached the palace, the guards stopped him and inquired about his business. When they learnt that he had come to serve a summons on the Sultan, they were shocked. They refused to let him go inside the palace. The officer was now in a fix. The guards did not allow him to enter the palace, but he knew that he could not return without serving the summons. The Qazi would not take him back. He had to find a way of reaching the Sultan somehow. What could he do? He thought and thought. At last, he began to sound the azan, the call for the prayer loudly, just outside the palace. It was not yet time for the prayer. When the Sultan heard the loud, untimely call, he was greatly surprised. He ordered that the man giving the call should be brought before him immediately. Now here now here, so to the in we have to come to know from this passage that the Qazi was the very upright and honest man. He sent one of his officer to the Sultan's court with his summon. Summon means to order someone to come. When the officer reached at the palace, the Sultan, but the guards did not allow to him go inside into the palace. They asking question that why should you are come here and what is the reason you have to meet the Sultan. Then when they understood that he had come with the summon, so they refused. They did not allow to officer to go inside the palace, and the Qazi would not take him back again. The Qazi would not take him back again. When they understood that he had come with the summons, so they did not allow to go him into the palace. Now here the officer in fix. In fix means what? Now the officer find a difficulty, awkward situation, that how he will enter into the palace. He have to give the summon to the Sultan. So the guards will not allowing him to enter, and without entering and without giving summons to the Sultan, the Qazi would not take him back. So he started thinking that could enter, how he could enter in the palace and meet to the Sultan. And he was thinking and thinking about it, how he should enter into the palace. At last, it means finally he gave an idea. So the officer thought an idea that how can he enter in the palace. So it was not a still time for the azan. Azan means time of the prayer. And before that only he started saying the prayer loudly outside of the palace where he stood up by the guards. Now Sultan heard the sound of the prayer, that is the untimely azan, because the azan is showing or given on the particular time. Now when the officer trying to say that prayer, so that is the not a perfect time, so that is the untimely azan. When the Sultan heard that the sound of the prayer, he was very angry and he called his soldiers and told them to bring that officer in the palace immediately. Fastly, who was praying there outside from the palace, come along with the particular person. Okay. Now next. His soldiers rushed out of the palace gates, caught the officer, and took him to the Sultan within moments. And his soldiers rushed out of the palace and caught the officer and took him inside the palace with them. When the officer knelt before the Sultan, he was trembling and fear with the fear. But the mustered all his courage and explained why he had given the call for azan. Then, with the shaking hands, he gave the summons to the Sultan. Sultan Ghiyasuddin took it without making any comments. He read the summons and told the officer to go back to the Qazi. He announced that he would appear in the Qazi's court the next day. When the officer knelt, it means get down on one's knee, bow down. He was very scared and shaking with the fear. He mustered, means gathered his courage and explained that why he was given the call for azan before the time, and then he handed over summons to the Sultan, and Sultan did not make any comments. It means did not say any single word. He took the summons from the officer and read the summons, and he accepted that he would come at the Qazi's court on the next day, and he said to leave the officer. It means the Sultan accepted the summons sending by the Qazi with his officer, and he promised to come on the next day. The next morning, the Sultan got ready to appear before the Qazi. He hid a sharp sword in his robe and set out. It means in the next morning, when Sultan decided to go to meet or to go the Qazi's court, but he hid a sharp sword in his robe, and then he went to the Qazi's court. It means he took his sword with him. The courtroom was packed with the people. Everyone was eager to see what would happen. The Qazi entered and took his place on the high seat of honor. In the little while, Sultan Ghiyasuddin entered the courtroom. Everyone stood up to show respect to the Sultan, but the Qazi did not get up. The Sultan stood in the docks and the trial began. It means there are many people who had come to in near the into the courtroom, and all people were excited to see what would happen in the courtroom. After some time, Sultan entered in the courtroom. All the people stood up to show the respect with the king and towards the Sultan, but the Qazi did not get up, means did not stand up. The Sultan had stood in the docks. Docks means what? An enclosed space, a court of law. It's accused for the particular person. It means all are stood up to show the respect or to show the honor to the Sultan, but Qazi did not stand on their place. Now next passage. The widow presented her complaint. The Qazi took note of all the evidence and in a great voice addressed the Sultan. The widow gave her complaint to the Qazi. Qazi took all the evidence, all the proofs, and in a great voice he addressed to the Sultan, and Qazi asking some question to the Sultan. You are guilty of causing the death of the only son of this poor widow. According to the law, you must pay a fine of his offense. I order you to do that without delay. Now, Qazi asked the Sultan, you are guilty means responsible for the specified wrongdoing. So, for this cause, the death of this poor widow's son, as a law, you have to pay the fine for your wrong behavior or wrong deed. Offense means crime, and you have to do it immediately. Kazi talk, Kazi asking to pay the fine to the lady who was the mother of this son. Now the Sultan now the Sultan accepted the judgment and apologized to the widow. He arranged to pay the fine immediately. The widow felt satisfied that the offense was brought home to the offender. Now here the Sultan also agreed to pay the fine to the poor widow. He also satisfied. Now the widow was feeling satisfied that her son could not come back, but at least the fine what he had got with she would live. So, when the case was over, the Qazi got up from his high seat of honor. Respectfully, he bowed to the Sultan and requested him to take his seat. So, now when the case is over, it means when the Qazi asking to the Sultan to pay the fine of the poor widow. There the Sultan also agreed with the Qazi's decision and the case is over. And that time Sultan accepted his offense and the Qazi stood up from his high seat with a great respect, great honor. He told to the Sultan to take high seat. It means the case is over. Then the showing by the great respect by the Qazi, he stood up and saying to the Sultan to sit on the high seat. Next. The Sultan then drew the hidden sword from his robes and told the Qazi, I am happy that you did not waver in your duty. You did not hesitate to punish me, otherwise, I would have beheaded you with this sword. See, here the Sultan was very happy. The Qazi had taken a right decision of giving a right judgment for the crime that he had done, and he had hidden a sword in his robes. He told to Qazi if he had not given a proper justice that he would be beheaded with his sword. It means he beat with the sword. The Qazi then put his hand under the cushion where the Sultan was seated and brought out a whip. He said, Your Majesty, I am happy because you obey the law. Otherwise, I would have whipped you in this court. The Qazi also hid the whip under the cushion, and he said that if the Sultan did not have accepted his mistake, then I also would not be ready to pay, and also the Sultan would not ready to pay his fine or disobey the law. So I whipped Sultan in the court in front of all the people. It means both of them. The Qazi also beated the Sultan, and Sultan also wished that beat to the Qazi. Now here the Sultan then got up and embraced the Qazi. Thank God, we both did our duty, he said. Everyone present in the courtroom praised the two great men. Now here the Sultan stood up and said, thank God that we both did our duty and we follow the law, because of the poor widow, she also got the justice. The people praise both of them. They are very great men. The people, all the people were praised them because for the great work he had done. So from this story we come to know, we have to understood one thing: where we are small or big, we have to accept our mistake. Whatever duties allotted to us, we should follow it. It means if in case by mistakenly anything happen by us, so we have to accept it and we have to follow the rules, and we have to follow always the right law, and we have to always follow the justice also. Okay, I hope do you understood this interesting story of Sultan and Qazi. They taught us a very important lesson through the story. Okay, let's see in the next lecture. Thank you.